Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for January 17th, 2012. And we actually had our first little minor ice event for the northern Mid-Atlantic and for northern New Jersey. As you can see, as of 9:16 a.m., we have the freezing line basically clipping northeastern Pennsylvania, extreme northern New Jersey, back through the Hudson River Valley. And now that cold air is pretty much giving way over the Hudson River Valley. So for most locations, we are above freezing, which means that the ice threat is over, but more rain is on the way. As you can see, the key point here is that almost all the locations in the northern Mid-Atlantic have dew points above freezing, and that means that when the precipitation falls, even when it wet bulbs, which means temperatures falling because precipitation is falling in the air, the temperatures will remain above freezing. More importantly, notice that the winds are increasing from the south and the southwest, anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour. And that's going to drive plenty of warm air that is currently down in the southern Mid-Atlantic, where temperatures are in the mid to upper 40s, even a few lower 50s, into the northern Mid-Atlantic, allowing temperatures to warm up into the 40s for this afternoon, ending any threat for frozen precipitation. But more rain is on the way. Let's take a look at the water vapor satellite picture. This is my favorite satellite because it shows so much that's going on in the atmosphere. And what we have here are two areas, well actually three areas of significant moisture and lifting developing over portions of central and western Pennsylvania, the Ohio River Valley, and also the Mississippi River Valley. Now, what I find really interesting here is this disturbance is really intensifying as it's lifting northeast towards the St. Lawrence River Valley. In fact, there could even be a pretty good outbreak of severe weather over portions of the southern Mississippi River Valley. So if you have any family out there, you might want to contact them, make sure they're okay, make sure they're fine. We're already seeing some pretty strong thunderstorms firing up over portions of the Tennessee River Valley this morning. Yes, it's January. It's rather unusual, but hey, this is what happens when you get a La Nina pattern taking over in combination with a very deep low over the Pacific. So what we end up with is warm air surging up the East Coast, and that's exactly what we have dominating for today. Now, I'm expecting periods of rain to move in this afternoon. As you can see, we have quite a bit of rain over central and western Pennsylvania, and more of that rain is developing over the Ohio River Valley. That rainfall is going to move through the Philadelphia, New York City metropolitan area through this afternoon, so expect wet conditions on your way home from the rush hour. So let's take a look at the model guidance. Well, I'm using the European model guidance for today. I think it is the most reliable model guidance thus far in this new pattern that we are in. Notice our low pressure system lifts up towards the St. Lawrence River Valley, thus allowing warm air to surge up the East Coast, ending any threat for any type of frozen precipitation. Adding on to that, notice that the moisture here at 850 millibars is rapidly moving to the northeast. So I think this evening, after let's say 8 p.m., most of the rain will be over as far as the threat. Moving into tomorrow, high pressure will be in control. It will be cooler. We won't be in the 40s, but we will be in the mid to upper 30s for most locations. I mean, after all, it is January, so we aren't going to stay very warm for too long. So for Wednesday and for Thursday, dry conditions will return. Chilly conditions as well, with temperatures in the mid to upper 30s. A few lower 40s along the immediate coast will be possible. Now, as we move towards this weekend, we have a series of disturbances that will be approaching the northern Mid-Atlantic. The first one on Friday morning, which we could see right here. Now, this cold front on Friday morning will produce a few scattered snow showers, but I don't expect any significant accumulation. Looking for about an inch, maybe 2 inches of snow in a few isolated locations where you get a really good burst of snow from some of these snow showers, but I really don't expect much in the way of a significant accumulation. And then there's some talk about a potential snow threat for Saturday. Let me be really clear here. The disturbance involved on Saturday is incredibly weak and very disorganized. Yes, there's moisture in the air. Yes, there's cold air. So, there is a threat for some snow showers. But this is in no way, shape, or form an organized snowfall event. There will be some isotropic lifting, which basically means warm air trying to move over the cold air. And we do have a high pressure system that happens to be just in the right place at the right time based on the model guidance right now. Now, if this high pressure system is a little bit further east, forget about it. Temperatures warm up because we end up with an easterly wind. But in this position here, winds will be more from the northeast, which would keep cold air in place a little bit longer. Combine that with this weak disturbance and some warm air advection, and you end up with some scattered snow showers or even a brief period of light snow, much like what we saw last night, that could produce anywhere from 1 to 2 inches. Right now, the entire northern mid-Atlantic is at threat for a very, very, very light snowfall threat for Saturday evening. But again, I stress the word light. I also stress the word scattered, as in scattered snow showers. This is not a widespread snow event whatsoever. So I just want to make that incredibly clear so there's no misunderstanding, let's say. For the rest of the weekend, high pressure will be in control, and notice what happens when this high pressure system repositions itself off of the East Coast. Our temperatures rapidly rise, and we end up well above freezing at all levels of the atmosphere, and as a result, high pressure will be in control for Sunday and Monday with very warm conditions, temperatures in the mid 40s to lower 50s, more like early March rather than mid January. That is the forecast for this morning. Again, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. You can always trust in the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Facebook and Twitter. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there.